Hey, babe.
Well, hello.
How are you doing?
Great.
So I wanted to talk to you about, on the other day when we were driving home from my dad's, we were listening to a couple of different podcasts. Great podcast. But we came across one about marriage and how this couple has been married for way longer than us. But just bringing up how he would keep a list of all their little fights throughout the month. And then each month they would just kind of reset. And it got me thinking, do we fight that often? Because I feel like we never fight. Like, I feel like we have a couple big ones each year that just need to be addressed and heated discussions. But on a regular, I feel like we don't fight that often. But it got me thinking, and I kind of looked at you and kind of both smiled when he was giving his examples. And I'm like, I don't think it's as much as that couple on the podcast did, but we do definitely have these little micro fights, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if I would even consider them a fight, but yeah, some of them are just like, more like one of us is just redirecting on the other, and it's not even fights that are even worth fighting for because it's like just dumb stuff that in reality, I'm like, was it even worth, I don't know, being in a disagreement or being moody about it? And yeah, it seems like having a list is quite a bit.
I kind of wanted just to count it.
Just to see?
Like, well, what is it? Like, is it the disagreement? I think for me personally, my feelings get hurt or we get in a fight because we are so comfortable with each other, but also because I just assume a lot. This popped in my head yesterday. Like, I just assume I know you. Because I do, for the most part. But I assume I know what you're thinking, or I assume I know what you want. So when you not knowingly disagree with me because you don't know what I'm thinking, but you're saying something and I'm like, that is not what I have in my head. That is not what you said to me in my head. Like, so for me, it is not communicating, even though we've come so far in our communication. But we've just been together so long. I'm like, I feel like I know you and I know what you'd be okay with and I know what you want and I know what you're going to do tomorrow because I know you. And then you throw this curveball unknowingly and then my defenses go up. I'm like, whoa, that is not what I thought.
Well, I feel like it's like 90% accurate and that other 10% accurate, you assume something.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you think I would think like that? I'm like, I've never been like that. Or I've never done that. Or somewhere in your conversation that you had with yourself, you're like, this is what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, for the most part, 90% of that is true. But as that last 10%, I'm like, why would she make this assumption of me?
Yeah.
But everything else is spot on.
Yeah. So at least that's where on my end, I feel like that's where I am miscommunicating or just lacking in our relationship to where the point, like, yeah, I just assume and stop. And because I'm so right most of the time, I just keep on doing it. And I'm just like, okay, 9 out of 10 times I'm right. So might as well just keep it on. But no, like, I should stop and actually ask you what you want to do instead of just assuming that you want to do this just because I want to do this.
Yeah, because I mean, we're always changing. Even 10 years later, we're still wanting like to adjust ourselves and changing ourselves. Like, yeah, maybe 6 years ago, that's exactly what I would have done. But now I change or I disagreed with how I thought like that. I don't know.
What about you? Why do you think? What is it about yourself that causes us to?
No, I know when we have like little fights and disagreements, a lot of times I know it's the way I say things. Like, because in my head, if I say something, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with the way I said it. But I said, well, that's the problem. It's the tone of how I said it and how essentially it doesn't really matter what I said. It's essentially mean
how you said it.
It's how you receive it. Because I might have said it fine, and I think I said it in a good tone in a way that's really easy to take. But you receptively took, whether you were thinking of something else, like how I was, like my intention of what I said, or maybe you're thinking of a previous time of how I said that and I was jabbing at you or poking a button. But this time I legitimately could have just tried to say something. But I don't acknowledge that you might have taken it the wrong way. And I should just own up to your feelings and trying to listen to your heart rather than trying to defend the way I talk.
Yeah, definitely. For both of us, like, I think it's very common for people in general to want to defend what they're saying and they want to be right, even with someone that they love and have been together for X amount of years. Like, I still want to be right. Or just, I want you to hear what I'm saying and acknowledge what I'm saying, at least before you disagree with it. Just hear me out, you know, kind of a thing.
Well, that's the issue with a lot of times we're heated up. I'm already thinking of my comeback.
Yeah.
Rather than actually just listening to what you have to say and listening to like the deeper meaning of, okay, what is actually not just the words, but like what you're feeling and what you want out of this, rather than trying to fuel fire with fire.
Yeah.
And then that's something I noticed that I have an issue where like I'm already thinking about, oh, well, I'm going to say this after that. And I'm kind of I'm like listening to you, but I'm like just getting ready to fight back.
Yeah.
And to get to a point where, okay, acknowledging that, put your armor down, put your weapons down, and just like listen to each other's heart. Yeah. And I think that's kind of been the journey of being in marriage and learning one another, because we know we can say words that can hurt, and we, especially the way, because we know each other, that can I guess like stabbing deeply, because we know each other so well. Yeah we definitely come a long way. But for this little mini episode, we want to just talk about those little things. So the little things that might not, like, I don't know. Let's pause. Sorry, we kind of went on a tangent.
Yeah, it's already 6 minutes. So I think it boils down to recognizing these patterns that we might be falling into, and recognizing that, when we're communicating or fighting, per se, maybe we're not doing it the right way. Like you said, we need to lay our armor down, expect the best from each other, remind ourselves that we're on the same team, and go from there. And then when we're having a bad day, don't take that out on each other. Yes, talk to me about it. I want to talk to you about it, but don't project. It's like, what is that? Like misdirected anger? Yeah. Or misdirected frustration, or misdirected stress.
Oh, that's right. I'm supposed to do the fighting part, right? And, it's getting windy. And the whole goal of this is not to stop fighting, but to stop fighting about dumb stuff that don't even matter. Yeah. And to be able to get to the point where we can openly have conversations and not take your anger out on each other in those conversations. Yeah. And be able to see, like, okay, how do I feel? Like, okay, I'm upset, not at my wife, at what she said, really. I'm upset that I have a headache. Or I'm upset that I had a terrible day, or I'm upset that it's so hot. I'm upset that I stubbed my toe.
Because maybe you came home with all this stuff, right? Right. And then I unknowingly, I'm like, oh, hey, kid, the check engine light is on, and the kids really want to play with you. They want to jump on the trampoline. They've been waiting all day, and the dog needs to go out. Can you do all that while I finish dinner? And you're like, what?
Like, oh, great.
And I'm like, fine, don't. Like, I can go from there, you know? And it's like, it's not that I asked you to do these things. Like, you love helping. You love taking care of the car. You love playing with the kids. You don't mind helping me at all. It's that you come through the door, I give you this list of things to do, like I normally do, but not unknowingly that you've had an awful day and that you have a headache, you're really dehydrated, etc., etc. But yeah, we can go on and on about this topic.
Yeah, that's right.
We will. We'll do a longer episode down the line. But in the meantime, the goal isn't to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. The goal is to keep taking those steps to improve yourself, to improve our relationships, to improve our lives. So let us know how you guys handle disagreements. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.